Hello everyone, Will the Outlaw here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Studio Series Transformers 1 Optimus Prime. It's that time again where us Transformers fans are not only getting a brand new movie, but also brand new toys based on that movie. This time, fans are getting exactly what they have been clamoring and yelling for, and we are getting an animated prequel taking place entirely on Cybertron, with zero humans. Not even the original 1986 movie can say that. So this one is already ahead on that front. A new movie means a new Optimus Prime, and this time they are foregoing the usual Voyager fare for a smaller deluxe scale. Aside from the Earthspark and the upcoming Legacy G1 Prime, we haven't gotten much in terms of the smaller primes. This fact, along with the fact that this is based on a brand new continuity and design, should make this an interesting piece. Taking a look at the figure itself, and this guy kinda feels bigger than he actually is. His proportions are that of a bodybuilder, and good gravy does it look good on him. His shoulders are large and intimidating, and his arms and legs project power and stature. The details on the sculpt are pretty good as well. It's a very unique design, but still keeps the familiarity that is Optimus Prime. Okay, so his coloring is kinda weird. They seem kinda muted, with the reds looking more maroon and the rest having a pre-yellow color. I wish I could take credit for that statement, but it's something I read or heard somewhere and I can't think of any better way to describe it. Now, based on what I've seen of the actual film from trailers and clips, this is a screen accurate color scheme, so it's got that going for it. I like the head sculpt. Despite the modern design of the rest of the body, I'm glad they decided to keep the head very much Prime looking. The proportions are a little exaggerated, and that gives it a little bit of a Japanese super robot flavor. For articulation, this guy goes above and beyond. Ball jointed head with a wide range, multiple joints in the shoulder, bicep swivel, 90 elbows, wrist swivel, ball jointed hips, thigh cut, a little more than 90 knees, and toe articulation with a big ankle tilt. His proportions along with his multiple joints give him the ability to pull off some great poses. I honestly feel like he's as good as the other bigger primes. One big thing though is this waist piece. It doesn't look too bad in the neutral static pose, but it does get in the way once you move the legs, and kind of looks awkward when it comes to action poses. It's only held on by hope and a little bit of friction, so it has a tendency to fall off. There is detail and sculpt underneath the piece, and it doesn't look bad when it's removed. I wouldn't hold it against anyone if they were to just take the piece off and place it with the rest of the unused accessories. Speaking of accessories, he comes with a nice amount of extras. He comes with his smokestacks that can double as pistols, which surprisingly are not blast effect compatible. These cannons are more for vehicle mode, but can be stored in robot mode on his back. Also not blast effect compatible. I don't really like how they attach in the backpack, but they stay on well enough. He also has a really cool battle axe that can attach very cleverly over his hand to give it an energon coming out of the arm look. It's got some detail that even includes the sculpted fingers. I just have to ask one question though. Why is the axe blast effect compatible and not the flippin' guns? And finally, he comes with another matrix. The saving grace of this piece though is the fact that it has dedicated pegs that allow Optimus to actually and accurately hold the matrix in his light our darkest hour pose. Posing this guy, especially with his accessories, is a blast, and he looks so badass in his action battle poses. So much fun. Transformation is a little fiddly, but ultimately very easy. The hardest part is the shoulders, as they need to move in a certain way in a certain order to get into place. The pegs that go into the hands are kind of hard to get in, but they will eventually go. Everything else pretty much moves in place, and they all peg in solidly. The Cybertronian truck mode is very much a futuristic truck. I gotta say that I think this is one of the best Cybertronian truck modes we've gotten. We recently had the War for Cybertron Prime, but that one looked more like a tank than anything. This version has a working class utilitarian look that I think more fits a young Prime than anything. The coloring and surface details remain pretty much the same, save for a flip-out panel that adds some depth to the back of the truck. The gun accessory can now be used and placed in the front bumper for an awesome battle mode. But once again, why no blast effect compatible? Yeah, the arms and hands are visible, but you know what? I can forgive anything that can doot-de-doo like this. As much as us Transformers fans hold on to the past, it's always good to get a new version of a beloved character. I have yet to see the new film, but I like what I've seen so far, and this figure is doing a lot to get me excited for more from this line and continuity. All in all, Hasbro went all out in this wave of studio series. Prime and Bumblebee are two of the best recent deluxes out now, and the budget and engineering really shows, most especially on Prime here. This Prime is simply a great and fun toy. Bottom line, this is a figure that will be everywhere and will not be hard to get. That being said, get him as soon as you can. He's awesome. Well, that was my look at Transformers 1 Studio Series Optimus Prime. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon.
Laters!
Check out my Patreon for early access to my videos and shoutouts on future videos. Join up and let's talk toys.